It's old Rip One Outdoors. We back with you today. Look at that pretty blue sky. That's a beautiful South Mississippi blue sky if I ever seen one. Y'all, we're riding a new bike. We got a lot we want to show you and a lot we want to tell you about it. Main thing we're going to tell you about it is it will haul some booty. That's 38 miles per hour. Y'all hang around. Don't go nowhere. You don't want to miss this one. This is the Wired Cruiser. Roll that intro. Okay, y'all, let's go over some of the specs and get a few close-up looks at the Wired Cruiser. Y'all, it's got some dust and dirt on it. I can tell y'all from a couple of little rides that I made with it. But all in all, it looks really, really sharp. It's a very nice looking bike. Some of the earlier versions had the battery out here, a little thin frame here, had the battery out here sticking out, kind of preventing any step through. I didn't like those. Those never caught my eye, but whenever they come out with this design, this really caught my eye, and I said, you know, I really like to have one of those. But we'll look up on the handlebar here, and as we may have already mentioned, if not, it's like the BMX style handlebar. I really like that. Come around on this side. I apologize for shadows that might be in your way. I've got my phone holder on here. I've got my water bottle holder. I'm not going to take those off. A bell. But yeah, you can get the makeup of the handlebar. Look how strong that the stem, I guess you'd call that, the block that holds the handlebar on, all that is very robust, as we said earlier. Everything is really built heavy duty for this bike. Give my hydraulic brakes with 203 millimeter brake rotors and 4 piston brake calipers. Nice wire management here. I really like the way they got these wires tucked in. I mean, I haven't seen that on your average everyday factory bike. Haven't seen that. Little clips here to hold wires together and everything. Really, really sharp, y'all. These are RBRL mirrors that I put on. I got one on each side. I thought running in traffic, it would be really good to have a mirror on each side. A big old huge color display. Y'all, this thing, I thought it was a backup camera when the first time I saw it. Really, really nice display. We're not going to get into the full workings of the display, although you can hold the set button down and get into all your advanced settings and brightness and trip clear, password set and information. Yeah, you can do all of that just by holding your set button down. You can also change it from a class 2 to a class 3 just by one line setting right here. You click on that, click it again, change yes to no, so that you're telling it, no, you do not want a class 2 bike. Very easily, and then all the other settings follow it along. Another thing is the throttle follow. You can change your throttle follow settings right here just by hitting no. That tells it to not follow the pedal assist settings. It's going to be independent. Nothing hinders your twist throttle from going from 0 to wide open. That's what most people like. Okay, that's the display for you. Let's move on. I got a Blue Dale water bottle holder on here. I got this idea from EnergizedZonie. I put his link out in my description right there. Y'all can check his channel out. I really enjoy watching his videos. But yeah, look how that thing adjusts real good. Very, again, I'll use that word robust. I like that water bottle holder. Put my bell on there. That LED light right there has got 9 LED lights. That thing's bound to light your way in a dark night. I can't wait to try that out. RST guide front fork with adjust and lockout. Very nice fork. All the wiring is tucked away and cleanly run through the frame. Check out the hand grips. Almost like a leathery finish. First thing I noticed about it. I said, oh man, I love those hand grips, and they bolt on. More wires coming through the frame on this side. I put my seat on here. I like the little red stripe right there. Think I'm gonna have to get some pedals to match it. Red pedals to match that red stripe on that seat. And of course, I've got my Suntour suspension seat post on here. Don't really need it though with dual suspension, but hey, it just adds just a little bit of extra flavor to it. To me, it's like riding on air. D&M high pressure shock system right here. And all this is very robust right here. Look at the way this is built. I like the way the rack's mounted. Solid construction right here, good welding. Same way back here in the back, everything's welded up really good. Heavy duty construction. The wires run into your back battery back here. Nice, neatly tucked in. Nothing is hanging out there to get in the way. Light Pro 56 tooth, 130 millimeter chain ring on the front. It's got a guard on the outside. I wish it had one on the inside, but it doesn't. Just standard pedals, nothing special about them. Shimano tourney system back here on your derailleur. You got an 1134 Freewheel. Hintac motor, 1500 watt nominal, 1500 watt nominal with 3200 watt peak output. 153 Newton meters of torque. Wow. On the back here, you got a nice tail light / brake light system. I may have to add some turn signals back here. You also got a light on the back of the battery that goes up in the rack here. We'll talk about the battery here in a minute. Very nice and clean design, the battery that's built up in the frame. Of course, you unlock it here. You got a button around here you push, turn the wheel a little bit, and remove the battery. It is a heavy battery. The front battery is a 60 volt, 20 amp hour, 1200 watt hour. The battery back here on the rear is a 60 volt, 15 amp hour, 900 total watt hours. You got a 60 volt, 45 amp controller up here built in. I like the way they got it tucked in here. I've seen some of them that were mounted back here. I didn't like those. For tires, the bike came with the Kenda Crusades on them. I decided after watching a few videos that I wanted to change those out and put the HEB Allscapes on them. 26 inch by 4. I like the specs of this tire a little better than I did the Kendas, because it's a little thicker tire. It's a little bit heavier, but hey, I don't really think that's going to bother the speed or anything, the handling. But I like the tread pattern. The tread pattern is quieter, grips real good. I also felt like if this bike was going to run 37, 38 mile per hour on the road, that I wanted the best tires I could find put on it. The batteries can be charged on the bike by means of here. Remove this little plug your charger into there. It comes with 2 3 amp chargers with fans. I like the fans. Keep them chargers cool. Here's the port for the battery that's built into the rack. Right there. That's handy. I may have forgotten to tell you, but there's metal fenders, front and rear, and they come mounted with some little rubber or hard plastic bushings that keep the vibration down. This is the same Shimano shifter that we're used to seeing. It's a 7-speed. I may have forgot to tell you that when I was talking about things on the handlebar. We'll talk about a few of the specs here before we close out. The rack and all back there on the back, that's a steel rack, and it holds up to 50 pounds from what I understand. The top speed unlocked is 35 to 38 mile per hour. It's got a range up to 90 miles if ridden in PAS1. We mentioned the torque on the motor is 153 Newton meters. The bike weight alone without the batteries is 85 pounds. With the batteries installed is 105 pounds. I can tell you, it's a heavy bike. The maximum weight for the rider is 350 pounds, and the cargo weight for the rack is 50 pounds. And as we already mentioned, the bike is shipped as a Class 2, and as we've already mentioned, it's limited to 750 watts and 20 mile per hour, but it can also be set to 500 watt. Okay, y'all, I think we've covered the basics of the specs and showed you a few close-ups and everything. I think we're going to go out right now and let's take our ride on it. We're going to ride up towards Walmart and maybe beyond. So y'all hang around. Let's go for a ride. Okay, y'all, let's take a little ride on the wired cruiser. I do know that I got a little bit of a brake rub, but I'm not going to let that stop me from doing my discovery ride on the wired cruiser. You know, I've looked at the wired bikes for a year or so now, even back when they was wicked. And they weren't very appealing to me. Well, they were and they weren't, but as far as the technical aspect, yeah, they was very appealing to me. But I didn't like the step over bike. I wanted one that was a step through. And whenever they came out with the wired cruiser, I said, that's it. I gotta have me one of them. Pedal assist 1 puts me at about 17, 18 mile per hour. I'm gonna bump it up to pedal assist 2. Pedal assist 2 gives me about 19.5 to 20 mile per hour, and that's my comfort zone right there. That's where I like to ride. I'll probably never switch it to 3 or 4 or 5, you know, unless I get in traffic or something like that. I tell you, it's been sitting in the shed for about a week now. Let's see, I got it last Monday. That's when I got it. And it's sat just about all week because of rain or either cold or something like that. The weather has been bad. And then, let's see, had a few pretty days during the Christmas week, but most of the time it was cold or raining. And then the last couple of days this weekend, it come a terrible rain through here. Let's see, today's Sunday. Yesterday it rained just about all day. Saturday it rained. Couldn't even get out. I tell you what, yesterday it rained so hard I couldn't even hardly get to the shed to just look at the bike. But it feels really good. It's a pretty easy step through. For me, I'm gonna tell you, it's probably about 18 inches, and that's manageable for me. So even riding along at 20 mile per hour, I still got a lot of good resistance. That lets me feel like I'm riding a bicycle, you know. I can get some exercise. Work them old knees. So where are we going? We just gonna ride up towards Walmart. Show off our new bike, I guess. I had these mirrors. I ordered these mirrors. They come from China. Took me a while to get them, but I tell you what, they really, really good mirrors. I got one on each side, and you might say, well, Richard, you don't never put mirrors on each side. No, I don't. But on this bike, I do. Simply because I'm planning on doing a little riding up on Memorial Boulevard. And that's a place y'all have never seen me ride on before because I try to stay off of it. The reason I stayed off of it is because I just didn't want to get on it. Because the bike wouldn't go no faster than 28. And I may not ride it on this one, I don't know, but I'm gonna try it. So, we'll see how that goes. Man, I tell you what, I feel like I'm riding on a Cadillac. And I tell you what, that's for $1,999, that's cheaper than a deer is. I tell you what, I pity a dog who tries to run this thing. He ain't gonna see nothing but tail lights. Yeah, and I started looking into these bikes. I said, well, you know, that's something that I believe that I can get the range out of. Of course, y'all know me, I don't never push the range on bikes that much. You know, 10 or 15, 20 miles that I run around here to Walmart back and around to the airport out there, I don't ever push the range. But I've always been kind of skittish of taking off over into the other part of town because I honestly would hate to get over there and run out of battery. But this bike here, I think that's gonna put the end to them fears. Yeah, I've had a lot of bikes before that I reviewed, and people would call them a long range battery. I mean, there's nothing wrong with them calling their bikes what they want to, but a lot of them so-called long-range batteries aren't really long-range. You do good to get 20 miles out of them. So I wouldn't call a bike a long-range battery, you know, it only got you 20 miles. But I think this one is going to do really, really good. I watched a old boy out there in Arizona. Name of his channel is EnergizedZonie. I learned a lot from him. I watched his videos. He's a very down-to-earth guy. He seems like he's a big man, but he seemed like a honest man, telling you straight up and down about the bike. But EnergizedZonie, I'm gonna put his channel link in my description there. Y'all check him out. I wish I could tell you what his name was, but I don't know. He rides the wired cruiser just like this one, except his bike's green. Yeah, he's got that lime green bike. And he did a range test on his bike, and he got 50 miles with it. Yeah, I saw that and I said, you know what? That's good range right there. Yeah, for $19.99, you buy the bike that comes with 2 big 60-volt batteries. I thought that was worth looking into. A lot of people are turned away by the fact that you got to pay $275 shipping. Okay, so here's what I got the bike for. I got the bike for $19.99 plus $275. That come to $2,274. Delivered to Cooter Ridge, there to my shed. And you know what? Like I say, that's about cheaper than what the price of one of the new Deers is. And look what more you get. You don't get 2 batteries with the Deer. Yeah, I thought that was really a good deal. The top speed on this bike is about 38 miles per hour. I may have already told you this. Y'all know me, you probably say, well, I didn't think you would ever buy a bike that would do that kind of mile per hour. Well, I wasn't planning on it until I saw this one. And I seen how robust the frame was. If I had to describe this bike in one word, I would describe it as robust. Everything about it is robust. It's just bad. That's all I can say about it. It's big, it's rough and tough. It's got power out the yin yang. It's got range out the wazoo. And look at that takeoff. Oh my goodness, y'all. I ain't never experienced anything like this. I tell y'all what we're gonna do. We're gonna hit Memorial Boulevard with it. I feel froggy, so y'all gonna witness it. We're gonna run Memorial Boulevard. We're gonna go down to the bank. Come on, CRV. The light's gonna change on us here. Here we go. Y'all witnessing it. We're going down Memorial Boulevard. I never would do this before, but we're gonna do it now that we got the wired cruiser. How about that? Holy moly, that's 32 miles per hour. Y'all, I'm like a kid in a candy shop. I never rode anything like this. All right, let's go. Watch the acceleration of this thing, huh? That's throttle only right there. $38 miles per hour. But I have to do hand signals to turn. I wish they would. I wish they'd put us some turn signals on here. Y'all notice I was really, really careful in that hole of water right there. So y'all recognize where we're at now? Yeah, we're here at the bank. I normally only come over in here if I go to the town and I take my bike on the rack, okay? There's the wired cruiser sitting at the First National Bank of Picayune, Mississippi. Check it out. I mean, we're here in Picayune. Let's take a little ride. We got time. What time is it? 1:02. We got plenty of time. We got plenty of battery. I'm at 91%. Don't know how many miles I got. 13.6 miles so far. But you know, though, y'all, if you want a bike, it's a bike. Look, I mean, I'm pedaling. I got plenty of resistance on the pedals. And we're riding up in Picayune. Look at the water out there in that yard. My goodness. I tell you, we got some bad weather through here. Up around where Donald and them lives, up around Madison, Mississippi. It got really bad up there. Had some tornadoes and stuff like that. Messed some things up. So yeah, let's talk about why I would even want a bike like this. Because I told y'all, I said, I probably never own one of them bikes like that because I don't think a bicycle is made to go 38 miles per hour. I really don't. But this ain't your normal bicycle right here. This is a super duper bicycle. This thing is like a bicycle on steroids. When I looked at how the front wheels held on with that through shaft connector, and I looked at the back wheel, how it's held on, there's no way it's gonna come off. The handlebars, I tell you, these BMX style handlebars right here, I love them. And the block down here, where the stem goes, how that's held on, that's not your normal way to fix handlebars to bicycles. I can tell you it's not. This thing is like a kind of a lightweight motorcycle. Listen at that. And then it's got them Gemma brakes on the front and back. 203 millimeter brake rotors. They're thicker than normal brake rotors. Yeah, check it out, y'all. First ride I've ever rode to where I've come from the house, and look here we are. We're in Picayune. Ain't that something? On a beautiful Picayune blue sky day. What a day, what a day. The thing literally jumps. It literally jumps, and I'll tell you something else. If you're in grass or gravel, it will tear a rut in the road. Yeah, here comes a fella on a bicycle. Hey dude, where you get that blue bicycle? I got it from Wired. $22.74 for the Wired Cruiser. 60 volt, 3200 watt. Is it 3200 or 3400? I'm gonna guess at 3200. Now I probably showed y'all already what I got rigged up for the seat. I got one of my Sun Tour seat posts on here, and I got me a new bike seat that I'm trying out, and so far so good. I really like it. Let's bump it up to pedal assist 3 here. We pedaling, we got plenty of resistance in the pedals. 24 miles per hour. How about pedal assist 4? Still pedaling, still got plenty of resistance in the pedals. That's 28. How about 5? Pedal assist 5 is about 33 miles per hour. Now let's engage the throttle. It's gonna be 37.4. Now I'm just gonna stop it there. Holy moly. Oh man. Man. That, that is wild, I tell you. We're gonna bump our pedal assist back down to 2. We don't never need to go over pedal assist 2. It does have adjustable PWM. Yeah, the pedal assist is adjustable. And I've got it set on, and I'm using the settings that the man on EnergizedZonie YouTube channel told me. And you know, sir, I like your settings real good. I don't think I'm gonna ever change them. Pedal assist 1 is set at 12%. Pedal assist 2 is 20%. 3 is 30%. 4 is 40%. And 5 is 75%. I mean, I could have set 1 for, 5 for 100%, but I don't never need to go that fast. If I do, I'll just go, throttle only, okay? So, yeah, I like the fact that you can adjust the pedal assist settings. That's nice. Here's the Crosby Mansion. Why not we stop and take a picture? So yeah, it's got a dual suspension. It's got the little shock back there, and I had to buy a special pump so I could pump that shock up. Ridgecraft told me to run it about 150 pounds. It's got about 150 pounds in it now, so I didn't add anything else to it. So I'm gonna leave it like that. So yeah, y'all, we're sitting here at 85% in silk stocking. Okay, y'all, we coming down in our favorite place here in silk stocking. Look out, squirrel. I bet all this was pretty riding at night. Come up through here riding at night with all the lights on and everything. Yep, check it out. Who would have thought? I'd leave Cooter Ridge, ride up Ridge Road and come all the way to silk stocking, huh? I'm thinking about getting me some colored pedals to put on it. Rich Craft told me that would be pretty far. Put me some red pedals on it to match them red stripes on my seat. Let's climb this hill. Oh, holy. Oh man, it's ridiculous. Well, we've done silk stocking, so I think we're just gonna ease on back towards the house. Who knows what we can get into between here and there. I tell you what we'll do, we'll shut the video off and we'll pick it back up when we get it back over about Memorial Boulevard, okay? I'll see y'all back that way when we're going out east on Memorial Boulevard. Okay, y'all, I told y'all I would turn the camera back on, and I almost lied to y'all. I forgot. So here we go, we're back out on 43 here. We're just gonna go throttle mode here. Yeah, this is a part of town y'all don't ever get to see because I wouldn't bring y'all down this way. I mean, we could get off on the shoulder and ride if we wanted to, but hey, why do we need to ride the shoulder? We're keeping up with the traffic. But I can tell y'all one thing I do need to do though. Y'all invest in a better helmet. Get me one of them Milps helmets. I'm gonna have to look into them. I know Electric's got some, cause somebody bought one through my affiliate link. So I'm gonna look and see what that is Electric's got. And this bike does have brake lights on it, y'all. Don't have turn signals, but it has brake lights. That's a plus. And it does have cruise control, but I can't see myself ever using cruise control. And here we go, we're back down to Walmart here. We're gonna hit the turn lane. So I hope y'all have enjoyed the ride so far. Riding with the wired cruiser. Well, I tell you, I'm just gonna say, don't never say never, okay? Because I never said that I would never own one of these bikes that would go 40 mile per hour or whatever. I mean, this one will go 40. But I haven't had it up to 40 today. But never say never, because you never, you know, you might have to eat them words. But I never said I wouldn't own one of them. And now that I do, I'll tell you this much, that as much as the e-bike changed my life as far as getting outdoors and getting some exercise and just enjoying the outdoors, this thing here is going to take my e-bike world and turn it upside down. I can tell you that. I can tell you that with my hand up, dude. Now, e-Sales has an option of putting a torque sensor on them. Now, I'm not, y'all know I love torque sensors, okay? Well, they got some pretty trucks setting up in there. They got some pretty notes too. But y'all know how what I think about my torque sensor. But I'm gonna tell you right now, I've got plenty of exercise and I got plenty of resistance on these pedals. So why do I need a torque sensor on this bike? I would like to try it though. That may be my next thing, you know. Give me one with a torque sensor, I don't know. We'll salute the flag up against that pretty blue sky. Yeah, we're making our way on back, y'all. We're getting on down towards, okay, y'all, we're making our way back up towards the house here on the Joe Bennett Road. There's one thing that I've noticed is that there has been no decrease in power. Now, I've been running it in pedal assist 2. And so that pedal assist 2, I know I told y'all, but it's at 20%. And I only use the throttle just for taking off, okay? Or either to get me through traffic or down Memorial Boulevard or somewhere like that. Yeah, it's the only time y'all saw me doing it, other than doing just a little speed test with it. Them brakes are loud. I'm just gonna have to get used to them or either get me some more pads for them, one or the other. All right, so here we go, y'all. We brought it back in. We got the wired cruiser. We just took it, let me show y'all how many miles we went. Let's see what our battery looks like. 28.3 miles we went, and we still got 69% of our battery left. Can you imagine that? Hey, if y'all got any questions about this bike, send me an email. Drop that email down in the corner of the screen right there, and I'll try to answer. I'm not an expert on this bike. I can tell you, this was my first ride on it to amount to anything. I call this my discovery ride. And hey, y'all, if y'all ain't already subscribed to us, I'd appreciate it if you would hit that subscribe and hit that like and hit that bell notification all. And until we see y'all again, we appreciate y'all so much. God bless y'all. We'll see y'all down the road.